San Miguel de Allende is one of a kind. From the gorgeous downtown, delicious foods, and some surprising things to do, it's so easy to fall in love with this place. Join us as we show you around San Miguel's can't-miss attractions and give you a taste of why this city was named the best city in the world. We're starting this top 10 list in the picture-perfect downtown. If you do nothing else in San Miguel, just get lost in historic Centro. We have spent over 2 years exploring Mexico, and the first words that came out of my mouth when we got here to San Miguel was, "This is easily the most beautiful city we've seen in Mexico." There's a lot of beautiful places here, and I know that's a bold statement, but it really is so pretty. So exploring Centro is an absolute must. We recommend that you start with Calle Aldama, which is the city's most iconic and photogenic street. You can see the beautiful view behind me. The parroquia is right there. So from here, you're just gonna find your way in that direction, and then sit at Jardin Allende. And that's where everyone in the city hangs out. So it's really a cool spot to sit down and just watch the world go by.
Fun story for you guys, the parroquia that you see in all the photos of San Miguel, it was designed by a local stonemason who got the inspiration for those neo-Gothic spires or neo-Gothic towers from postcards of European cathedrals. And legend has it that he drew the design to start the construction with a stick in the sand. I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, it's pretty cool, and I think he would be very proud by how much people love it today. This area is definitely San Miguel's beating heart, so use it as your reference whenever you're getting lost in the city. And right now we're gonna keep it moving and kick up the energy a little bit. So coming in at number 2, this is where San Miguel really comes alive. Don't miss a chance to experience its unforgettable events. So San Miguel is a festive little city, and I'm not just talking about nightlife. So what I'm talking about is the fact that this city hosts a lot of events, and one of those events are kind of like musical concerts that they host here in the Jardin Allende, or right in front. And we were lucky enough to catch several of those. And I'm also talking about kind of religious and cultural events. So this city, they love to kind of like tie together religious ceremonies with big parties. There's one happening right now. It's called Valle del Maíz or something like that. It's the whole month of May. And we think we caught like a little bit of a preview of that. There was like a neighborhood festival marching down one of the streets with the big mojigangas, which are these really cool paper mache kind of figurines. They're massive, they're very funny. So definitely check out the events calendar when you're coming to San Miguel, and also just ask around to see what is happening.
Next up, we're leaving the city center to show you one of San Miguel's biggest surprises.
All right, at number 3, we made it to one of San Miguel's premier vineyards. And if you're thinking, what? Mexican wine? Let me tell you guys, Mexican wine can be fantastic. And at first glance, this place is gorgeous. There's all these little vineyards, obviously, scattered all throughout the grounds. They're enormous, and there's different restaurants, and there's a hotel, and those Italian pines, lavender fields, a very gorgeous spot. So this is Viñedos San Lucas, one of the most famous vineyards in the area, not just for the excellent wine, but also just for how beautiful it is. And just one of the cool things about San Miguel is how you can travel like 25 minutes and be in an entirely different world, entirely different vibe. And this actually does feel like Europe. And fun fact, we will be in Europe in about 4 or 5 months, so a little bit of a taste for us, but very cool so far. We're gonna grab some lunch.
Coming here just required a little bit of a drive, which for us was super easy because our phones are always connected to the internet thanks to Olafly. We've used their eSIMs everywhere around the world, and honestly, we can't recommend them enough, and we're so happy because they're this video sponsor. Even out here, though, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We are fully connected, so we have zero stress about getting an Uber back to Centro, or we have no concerns about any roaming fees when we send pictures of beautiful San Miguel to friends and families. To stay connected, we simply get our digital eSIM before our trip and we switch it on when we land with the click of a button. It's super easy. They also have an awesome new feature called Always On, which gives you 1 gigabyte of data every 30 days without adding anything to your bill. For example, let's say that you're heading to Italy and you got your eSIM in advance, but you have a long layover in Paris. You don't have to worry about being connected in Paris because Always On has you covered. To get started, go to esim.olafly.com or click the link below this video, and please don't forget to use the code Ways of the World for 5% off your next Olafly eSIM. Okay? Now we go back to the wine. Even though there are several wine regions here in Mexico, we have never been to a place like this here. Like, it honestly feels like we're in Europe. This place also has wine tastings that you can book in advance. We usually don't do that. We just like to come to these places and just enjoy the view, have lunch, taste the wine. We can tell you, wine is good, food is good, service is great, and we are very happy to be spending an afternoon here. And after this, coming in at number 4.
San Miguel is a city that is all about the views, and El Mirador, where we are now, is definitely a viewpoint that you have to work for, but it is totally worth it. Once you're up here, you have those classic postcard views of the entire city. It is a bit of a climb to get up here. I think it's like 15 to 20 minutes from Jardin Allende in the center of town, and it's definitely a little bit inclined, so plan your hike up to El Mirador for the morning or the afternoons, and obviously you'll get the sunset views if you come around like 6 or 7 p.m. depending on the season. So if you're in decent shape, don't talk yourself out of it. And when you are up here, if you're here before 5 p.m., there is a very good local taco place that has pork tacos. So reward yourself, you deserve it. Enjoy. Provecho. Now we're gonna go back to the city and show you one of our favorite places in town. Number 5 is Fabrica La Aurora. So this is like an old textile factory that got converted into a design and art hub. If you don't know, San Miguel is like a super art forward city, and this kind of like exemplifies that more than anywhere that we'll show you in this video. It is a really cool spot. It features a lot of local artists, and it's a pretty big place too, so you kind of like wander through, you'll see different galleries and styles of art featuring local San Miguel artists doing their thing. We're gonna get lost here for a little bit and just wander around, and we're gonna show you how beautiful it is.
So today is the first Saturday of the month, and if your trip coincides with that, make sure to add this place to your list, because from 5 to 8 p.m. they have this thing called the Art Walk, and it's like all the galleries are open, they have live music, some of the artists are here. It's really fun. It seems like the whole town is here. Check it out for sure. Make sure to be here the first Saturday of the month, 5 to 8, okay? Now, let's check out what's next.
Of course, an essential part of any vacation is eating well, and San Miguel has no shortage of places to indulge. There are so many great restaurants here. For more like accessible mid-range Mexican food, we really like Hecho in Mexico. In fact, that's where we are right now. It's a very comfortable little spot that has a lot of the usual suspects. But if you want a little bit more like elevated Mexican food, 2 of our favorite places are Agave 115 and Coyote Fuego Mezcaleria. Also, if you are more adventurous, do not sleep on the more like simpler family-run spots. If you want to see those kind of places, we have an entire video about San Miguel foods on our channel, so definitely check that out. And now it's time to eat and then head back out into the city. Provecho.
Right now we're in Mercado de Artesanias, which is the 7th spot in this unmissable things to do in San Miguel de Allende. And the layout here is super fun. It's just a narrow alley where you can get all sorts of cool local souvenirs. They have a little bit of everything, and we come here to shop for souvenirs for our families. We're getting some tortilleras for our families back home to upgrade their Taco Tuesdays, which I personally think is a great souvenir. And also notice that some of the stuff here is from other regions, but if you want things from this area, I'm pretty sure the glazed ceramics, I think some of the wool rugs and some carved wooden things are from here, so make sure to look out for those. Needless to say, they have a lot of cute things here, so make sure to leave space in your suitcase. And if you're someone who struggles to pack light, I created a free packing list guide specifically for San Miguel. It tells you exactly what you need to pack, no matter the season. And I'm also creating like all the outfits. Sorry, it's a little bit loud, but you also see like all the outfits together. So if you're interested in a San Miguel packing list, check it out by clicking the link in the description. And now that you got the gifts for your friends and family, you earned yourself a drink. We're circling back to San Miguel being all about the views and the good life. Cheers! Luna Rooftop is probably the best known place for drinks and a view, and we went there for lunch and had a great time. You can't go wrong. If you want somewhere a little bit smaller, still fancy, but really, really nice, there's a place called Tunki. We went there. I would say that's my favorite spot. Great cocktails, even better views, but we do recommend that you make reservations like 45 minutes before sunset because it does get busy. And right now we're in a place called Nook, which is also really nice. It's the same great views as you can see behind me, but you're a little bit higher up. You can't go wrong. It's really a good time. And a fair warning, the cocktails are not cheap. $18, $19, $20. Some of them are a little bit cheaper, but San Miguel is not really like a budget place. So you're on vacation, enjoy yourself, and enjoy San Miguel. Next on the list, we're gonna go somewhere equally relaxing, but in a different way.
Welcome to San Miguel's thermal pools. So we had no idea that this was a thing until we got to San Miguel, but we found it and we're now at La Gruta, which I think is the most famous one. It's like 15 or 20 minutes from town, but it's really a beautiful space. It's pretty enormous, and I think they have 6 pools. What's kind of unique is that a lot of them look like normal swimming pools, but the water is thermal. It's like from underground. It's nice and warm, has minerals, very therapeutic. We're about to go into the famous one, which I think is La Gruta. I think there's like a little cave that you can walk into. So, vámonos. So that behind me is the famous La Gruta. So that's definitely the highlight of this whole place. And that's where the thermal waters enter. So it's definitely a lot warmer in this area. Nice and steamy in there. If you come in the morning, there won't be too many people. It's worth checking out. Very nice. So I mentioned the pro tip of coming earlier in the morning if you want a more tranquil experience, but what I didn't mention is also avoid the weekends if a relaxing experience is what you're after, because it does get a little bit more boisterous. So definitely just come during the weeks and in the morning if relaxation is what you're after. But now we're gonna head back to San Miguel and kick it up a notch, because a little bit later today is one of our favorite things in all of Mexico.
There's nothing better than listening to mariachi music when you are in Mexico, and here in San Miguel is amazing because the setting is beautiful with the park and the beautiful parroquia behind me. Actually, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's mariachis singing right now, and that always happens in this square, like in the afternoon, so you have to check it out. So that wraps up our top 10 things to do here in beautiful San Miguel de Allende. You are gonna have a blast. If you wanna keep watching more San Miguel videos, check it out right here. And remember to check out all of Fly 2 in the description and the top pinned comment. You're gonna be sending photos and videos to your family all the time, so you'll wanna stay connected. So check out all of Fly. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Gracias.